When I first started this project, I thought I could finish a 3 month FPS dream game that I've been wanting to do. And let's just say fast forward a year, and I'm still going into this, and it's been a bunch of overscoping, a bunch of adding features, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys on this video about just a quick, run through of what I learned, what is the future of this game, and what I do plan on doing, and what I could change if I can redo it over. Just like a quick introduction of how I got started into this game. It was originally just mostly a challenge to see if I can do a 3D game. I thought, oh well, what kind of 3D could I do? Oh, maybe I can do like a first-person shooter. That seems pretty fun and easy to make. I do enjoy first-person shooters, so like any Doom shooter, stuff like that, that I thought I can do. I figured, oh, this could be a quick project, and I can just go back into the other features. Let's just say it's been, a bunch of overscoping, a bunch of doing features, a bunch of doing new things, and I just want to say that it's been fun. It hasn't been like I can't really say I can regret it. I've been kind of like I have been adding more features and redoing and just realizing that game development is just not that easy. And it oftentimes you try to finish something that you want to finish, but then you realize, well, maybe this feature is a little bit too buggy, or maybe I can add this, or maybe I can do this, and it's not really in a necessarily in sense is a bad thing. I think it's I think it's a good feature to do. Oftentimes you feel like your game is just kind of progressing, and you keep adding a year and another year and another year. For me, it's I've been seeing it's more of a polish and bug testing type of feature. Obviously, playtesting has helped, but in the same time, it has kind of cursed me in a way because I have people play my game, originally in around the 6 month mark, and most of them were like kind of. I started realizing, oh, maybe there's a feature I missed, or there's something I missed, or there's a bug I might have missed, and maybe somebody would have caught it, and then that kind of adds up. It adds into the time frame of finishing your game. I know sometimes we as solo developers try to finish our game real quick in a year or two, but I just want to tell you that it's really hard if you want to just maybe if you can make an arcade game, you can probably do something real quick. But I think if it's a long feature game that you want people to enjoy and play through, then usually it could take like maybe up to a year, maybe even more if necessary. I know there's games that could take about 6 months, but usually those are more like arcade likes. They're not like big feature type of games. Well, there could be, but I think it's just it requires a lot of playtesting, and I think that's where kind of it takes time from your feature. And obviously, the more people get the hang of your game, the more you realize, oh wait, there's these bugs I need to add, or wait, mate, there's these features people want to see, stuff like that you want to include. I think for me, when I first started this game, this project, I should say, it was just mostly for fun, right? It was mostly just to see if I can do it, and obviously I could. I had no, obviously no problem. And a lot of my viewers and a lot of my players were, playtesters were noticing that it's like, hey, this has potential. You can do something really good with this game. So I started adding more things to it, and I started realizing, well, there's something in here that I can do. There's like a hidden gem that I can add into this feature. I've been enjoying the process, and I think that's what helps most of the process. That's why I haven't been quitting, because I've really been enjoying this game development process. I think every time I've been doing like additional features or additional bugs, I'm like, wow, I'm really amazed by this. And you guys have been cheering me on too as well when I do live streaming. When it comes to game development, even the YouTube comments are like, hey man, keep going, keep doing this, keep adding this. And that's really been like a positive for me on my end. It means I'm doing something really good, and obviously I'm doing something that I enjoy really well. I think in from my experience, what I learned from this so far is that it's important to do something that you really enjoy making. I know there's a bunch of game developers will say, "Oh yeah, you gotta make a good game, right?" But what is a good game, right? If you want to feature, oh maybe this could be like a game that you never play, like say, for example, a tower defense game, right? That you want to do. But if you never played or enjoyed tower defense, it's gonna be something that you're just not gonna enjoy doing. From my experience doing this so far, I can say and learned so far is that it's better to do something that you really like doing, right? It's better to have that feature process. If not, it's just you're gonna feel really miserable after the end of it. And most of the time, you'll see on YouTube how the people, game developers, solo developers, just end up quitting the project just because it's just so much going on, so much features, so much play again and again, play through again and again, and features that you just really do get burned out from it. I think on my side, I haven't been burned out yet. I, I don't know. Maybe in the future I might, but I can honestly say I have not felt that burnout yet. I do like changing things around. So some days maybe I'll work with Blender, right? Do low, my own custom low poly, designs. And some days I'll probably just do maybe bugs and features. And then I switch it around. I always keep it entertaining and switch things around. And I try to keep my process different. So that way I don't get too burned out from it. I think that's probably part of, why I'm not haven't been felt that burnout. Sometimes I'll add, weird bosses like, I've never thought about doing this, or add cool features that might kind of like incentivize me to continue doing the game. And I think that's what it is. Obviously, like I said, don't make a game that you're not going to enjoy playing. If you can, do crazy features. Just go crazy, right? Go crazy, do crazy things with your game. Don't just do a generic game and go, oh, I'm just going to make like an easy, sort of game. No, actually, dream big. I think that's the biggest process that I learned. Just dream big, do things that you didn't think you can do. And if you don't want to apply into your game, do a quick game jam and just test the features out. Just go, oh, I'm going to try this into the game, see if I can apply it. And yeah, I think game jams are also a good way to kind of get off that, burnout process. So what is the future for my game, my project, for The Last Pill, if you guys want to know? The game that, the title that I'm going to go with is The Last Pill. I'm thinking I think I need a good year, honestly. Another year, maybe just to have everything ready. I've been doing some great improvements though. I got a lot of, areas done. Originally, I was just going to quit after the sewer area that I originally had, after one boss and maybe a sewer area, and that was it. But just seeing the process going so far, I added more to it. So I do want to add a couple more areas. Right now, I'm in the cemetery area that I'm trying to finish. I want to add maybe like a warehouse, a house, that sort of thing, and maybe I can add other buildings and some fun features that I've been enjoying so far. I think after I feel a little bit more burned out, then maybe I'll stop and I'll say, okay, this is a good stopping point. Obviously, I do need to do more playtesting. I think for me, I mentioned this in my other videos. Playtesting, it's gold, right? Do whenever you think, oh, this game's kind of pretty good. I think it's set. Don't take your word for it. Just do the playtesting, have people play it, and get as many hands on people, playing the at least parts of your game, even like a quick demo part. And if a lot of people, back it and they say, hey, I like this game, can you do this? Right? Obviously, don't just hit everybody up. Make sure you're their targeted audience. Obviously, you're not gonna go to, like a person that likes, you know, uh, maybe like a tower defense game, going with tower defense, and it's gonna play an FPS game. They're not gonna really enjoy it. Go with the fans of FPS, the shooter game fans. Those are the ones that you want to include and add into your process of playtesting. They're the ones that are going to give you the good feedback, the honest feedback, and the features you may want to include. And those are my targeted audience. And I think that's the way any game developer or solo developer really should go for. Go for the target audience, see what they think. And then from there, then I think you can kind of update, add new features, increase new things. I think so far also my game is getting some revenue. I'm getting a little bit of donations here and there. I do go live on Twitch, so that helps with some of the revenue. Obviously, it's not enough to go full indie. I know that's a hot topic for everybody to go, oh, you gotta go full indie. I'm not a fan of it. I think once maybe you start making more games, more assets, more other revenues, maybe you can do that. Obviously, I know I mentioned in my feature, if I do ever do change my job, I'll probably change it to some other, consistent revenue of income that I can get monthly, or I can do some other job that I can kind of cover my, my expenses for my house. Obviously, that's really expensive, right? I think it's really important to understand what revenue you have and what you can work with. Income is beneficial for everybody. So, and if you have a steady income, definitely take advantage of it. And like I said, I've been doing this game part time. I do every 3 hours, like every Monday through Sunday. I do at least 3 hours, and some days I take like 2 days here and there. I take a break, but most of the time I'm making this game. I've been doing it for just about, like I said, a year, and just 3 hours here and there. Do Trello, do coding, do Blender, all in the name of this FPS. Sometimes I change things. I try to do like a quick game jam. Try to test new ideas. That sort of features that I've been trying to do. So for anybody listening to my game dev journey and my my game dev experience, what I learned is it's just continue to the process. Don't do something you don't like doing. Don't do it for the money, right? Don't leave with the money. Right? When you start thinking about money, how much money you're gonna make, then you're gonna have problems there. You're not gonna enjoy the process. You're just gonna end up quitting. But if you do something that you enjoy, it's fun, and you love the whole process, the money will come, right? The money will come slowly, and then progressively you'll start seeing, noticing more progress in the long run. So hopefully you guys like that, video. Like, subscribe, make sure to keep following me if you want to see more of my progress. I will continue to do the YouTube shorts. That's still kind of like my go-to, right? When I just take quick clips of my Twitch process, of my live process, and put it into YouTube shorts. Yeah, that's all I have for now, guys. I'll probably do more of these YouTube stuff. Thank you.